Hello, I'm Amelia Buckley. I'm 22 years old and I am currently a student at Christ for the Nations, which is a Bible school. I was adopted from Russia. I had a baby sister that passed away when I was 6 years old. And when I was 6, I really didn't understand it. But after I was adopted, I had come to America and I was a happy child. But then all of a sudden, I just felt sadness. I was quite depressed. I didn't really know why. It's like I went out looking for trouble almost. And then it came to my attention. I started getting a little bit of flashbacks and I said, oh. And I had rejection issues, deep rejection issues. Throughout my high school years, so 2014 to 2018, I was very depressed, very anxious. I would turn to drugs, alcohol, and men to fill a void that I had inside of myself. It would never get filled. It would just cause me to go into more depression, more anxiety. I was sexually assaulted twice between 16 and 18. And that made me even not like myself more. It made me not want to live at one point. I had actually OD'd my freshman year and just never really share until it just blew up in my face. At 21, so in 2021, I had gotten a DWI. And I knew in that moment that something had to change. My mom, she didn't judge me. She said, I'm sorry this happened. She just loved me. But I could see she was just so hurt by how I was hurting myself in my life. And they were so loving. And just seeing the hurt in her eyes and how ashamed I felt that that had happened, I felt like my life was over after that. I was so embarrassed even to come home and tell my siblings that I was sitting in a jail cell, and that's what happened. And I just knew I had to change. And so then I told my mom everything. I told her what happened in high school. I told her about the sexual assaults. I told her about the pain I was feeling, the hurt I was feeling. And she just told me everything was going to be okay, that God loved me, that I had a purpose for my life. And so she told me about Freedom Friday. That's what got me back to church. Because before then I wasn't looking at church services. I wasn't even talking to God at that point. I was still very much upset because I didn't understand. And the Freedom Friday class, they welcomed me with arms wide open. And I said, I want to go back to church. And I just really grew with God. I found out that He loved me so much, that He had plans for me, a purpose for me. That hole that I had inside of me, it healed. Slowly but surely got healed. I didn't feel depressed anymore or anxious. I felt so happy. I felt that I have a purpose. I knew that God had redeemed me, that I was made whole again, and that I was not the same girl that I used to be. It's changed my life forever. And then, I kid you not, I just woke up one day and I said, I'm going to Christ for the Nations. I knew I had to. I knew I had to get myself away from the people here that I had surrounded myself with, because it was very hard for me to say no. I wasn't strong enough yet on my own. I separated myself from all the people in my life that were just not good people. Like Joel always says, if you're gonna hang around with the chickens, you're gonna be a chicken. If you wanna soar with the eagles, you gotta go with some eagles. And so, yeah, I'm in my second year. Since 2021, I've been there, and it's been the most amazing year of my life. I'm so excited for the second year. I'm so excited for what God is going to do. Next, I will be going to Dallas Baptist University. I'm going to get my master's in special education, and I'm going to teach special needs children. In 2020, I had worked with a special need boy named Dietrich. I was a nanny, and I fell in love with it, and that was still when I was depressed. But when I was with him, I would feel so much joy from it. And I just loved doing it. I never thought that I could do it as a career though. And then in Christ for the Nations, I really had asked God, like, what is the next thing for me? I know that I can't be here the rest of my life. I know that you have something planned for me. And it just got really put in my heart to work with special needs children. I have a sister who's special needs, and I love spending time with her and just the joy that they have. And I feel like they don't get understood as much as they want to, and I want to be a voice for them if I can. The joy that I have now is the same joy that I had when I was a little girl. It's just so pure, so light, it's amazing. I want it for everyone.